Hello and welcome to Flow. This is a sovereign support episode. We're talking about anchoring in truth. And I would like to talk about a very important aspect that is connected to the illusion of separation. And that is that there is no separation, it is an illusion. We are very much connected to everything and everyone around us. And you know this. It's quite easy to experience in a way. And nowadays, when you're thinking of someone, how often does it happen that they call you or text you or send you an email just around the same time that you're thinking of them? It can be the same day, the same week, it can be within the same 10 minutes. It's because we sense each other. We don't just hear each other, we actually feel each other. So we're connected to everyone around us, but we're also connected to the world. We are connected to nature. We are connected to the universe. And it actually makes us quite happy if we do something with this connection. Like one of the ways to calm your nervous system down is to actually orient you in the space you're in. So look where is the east, where is the north, orienting yourself in that way. Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? Where are the doors? Where are the exits? What does the room look like? What is its shape? How does it smell? Is it quiet? Does it make you feel peaceful? All those things to give you a full sense of where you are in that moment. If you take time to do that, this will calm your central nervous system down. Why? Very simple. When you are in a situation that you have to run, or just that flight is what you're into, you don't have time to look around and establish where you are and orient yourself. You don't take time to do that because that wouldn't make any sense. You just need to run and hide. So when you signal your body, I have time to look around and see where I am and orient myself and listen and feel, your body knows, oh, everything seems to be all right, and it cools down. So this is also a simple way to calm yourself down when you've just been in a stressful situation, and preferably go outside and orient yourself. Look where the sun is, listen to the wind, feel the temperature, all those things. So you can only do this if you can sense these things, if you can feel these things. We have our five senses, but actually we have more. There's a lot more. And again, quantum physics is starting to put names to that and explain that, and how we can even heal not just each other, but also ourselves. It's all to do with these kinds of connections that there are. And being connected is very important because we are not meant to do things on our own. We are meant to be an individual expression, but we are not meant to do everything alone. This world was created to create together. We are going to co-create our reality. You can't co-create a reality alone because there's other people and there's animals and there's plants in your reality. So it wouldn't make sense to create things without taking them into account, right? But that is actually exactly what we're being taught to do. Look in this box, and there in that small limited space, you can create what you envision. Now, that can be efficient for some highly focused task. I'm not saying that it doesn't work like that. I'm just saying that it's not very resilient long term. It's something for one little thing. You can design a microscope that does something, it can do live blood analysis. If you have to invent that, you have to be highly focused, and you don't really need to co-create. Well, actually, you still co-create, but then with the higher intelligence, not necessarily with other people. But that's another topic that I will get into at some point, but not now. So, when we co-create, that's what we're meant to do. You actually allow the universal intelligence to work through us. And that's connected to why it's so important that we each just try to be our best selves. You don't have to be something else. You don't have to aspire to something that someone envisioned for you. No, feel what makes you tick, what makes you passionate. What you say, this is my thing, and then do your thing fully. Embrace it completely and just enjoy it and do it. No one else can do it the way you do it. So you have to do it. So do it. And when you do it, and everyone else does that, and then we come together, we are connected in a field. It's another way we are connected. There is this huge field, and we're all connected in it. And defining this field, what it actually is, I'm not going to try to do that because I don't really know what it exactly is, but I can sense it and I can work with it. And for me, that's enough. That's fine. I don't need to have everything explained from A to Z. I feel this works for me, so I work with it. So when we get together in a group, we take some time to attune and align first ourselves into the field, which is actually something we should do as much as possible, as often as possible. It's one of the things in these new times that is really important, attuning yourself to the field that you're always surrounded by, that you're always in, that you're always connected to, because that way information can flow more easily to you. You kind of like open yourself to it on a conscious level. So then you're conscious when information comes in, you're conscious about that. And that's good because then you can use that information. If you're locked, the information will just bump off you and you'll become aware of something like, you have this impending sense of doom, but you don't really know what it is. And that's because you're not open. If you're open and you allow it in, the information will come and tell you this is what's going to come at you if you don't change something. It doesn't even have to be big. It can even be little, small things. Okay, so you're in this field, you're attuned, and then you attune to the group you're working with. You really create a space together. You can do this with intention. It doesn't even have to take that long. The most important part is that you're really attuned to your field, and then you attune to each other. And you create a little subfield, a subgroup at that moment, with the intention to work around something. It's basically the way musicians make song. They're connected to themselves, they come together in the band, they attune, and they start to play, and something emerges. Well, it's the same for creating anything else. We come together, we attune, and we start to play. We each play our part as best as we can, and we see what comes up. We open ourselves for information that will be connected to our intention that we stated at the start, and things will just come. And it'll start to click, 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 and someone else say, maybe we can, and then someone else say, yeah, but then in that case it might be good to, and there you go. This is co-creating. And this is not the new way, this is actually the old way. And now you can see how this illusion of separation is so ingenious, because we've been taught to think that we are separate in our own little box. We've lost the ability to co-create in the field. But if you can't co-create in the field, it's really hard for the universal intelligence, of which we are all individual expressions of, work through us. It's really hard because we're closed off and we're in this mental thinking frame, and we just don't open up for information, for connection. So then co-creating something new that is flexible and that is adapting to the change that is happening, it happens really, well, it doesn't really happen. So then the only option we're left with is trying to work within what we already have and adjust that. And we'll still get creative ideas and we'll still be able to make some changes, but it will be on the same level as we've been working on. Whereas if you open for the universal intelligence, you go to a higher level already right then. So then other level stuff can come in, and you'll be able to, maybe if you're looking for a solution, you can find a solution on a new level. And as I said before, you can't solve a problem at the same level, really solve it. You have to go to a next level. So it's so beautiful that actually we have an instrument to do that. We can co-create because we are all connected. Another aspect about this interconnectedness that I want to talk about is something that I was saying to before. It's so important to do that for yourself first, right? And it has to do with your heart. That's why I have my hands here on my heart. And it's so easy to do. So please, I invite you, just right now, we're going to do this. You close your eyes and you let go of all the lines to the outer world just for a second. You only hear my voice. You breathe in deeply, telling your body everything is fine. And as you breathe out, you just release everything that is not in this moment important right now. And the only thing in this moment that is important is this exercise. So you're right here and you just go into the silence of your heart. Bring your awareness to your heart, your physical heart. Bring your inner eye, all your senses to your heart. And feel the silence there. It's vast. It's endless. And as you're in there, send your love to our beautiful planet and send your love to the universe outside there, the big, huge galaxy. Just send your love out. You love it. It's so beautiful. And that love will come back to you. Because you are a child of this earth. You're made. Every cell of you is made from this earth. You're actually a million years old. You're just reconstituted matter. And when you die, you will decay again, fall back into pieces, and something else will be made of it. And it's been going on forever. Well, for a very long time. So you are ancient as far as this earth is concerned. And if she has an awareness, and I think she does, then this awareness loves you because you're made out of it. Every little cell of you. Same goes for the universe. I mean, this planet is in the universe. You are in the universe. It's vast. It's beautiful. You're part of it. And all that comes together in your heart and in the silence of your heart. And there you are, the center between the earth, the universe, and this body with this beating heart. And in this silence, that is the field. Here you can sense other hearts, and not just of people, but also of animals, and of plants, and so many things. Everything with a consciousness is connected here in this field, in this heart field. So if you ever feel lonely or lost, just you, just take some time and connect into this heart field, where you will feel connected to heaven and earth. And in this silence, you're also connected to everything else. It's a very high vibration of unconditional love. There's no stories in the universe. We have a 3D body here on Earth and a mental mind, but that's just here. Out there, there's no story. Things just are. And you can just let go of all that mental frolicking and just feel the vibration of unconditional love. If there's no conditions, there's only love. Conditions are always tied to stories. They're mental things. They're constructs. They're not real. Unconditional love is the only reality there really is, some say. It's the source of everything, because something wanted to express itself. And the drive to want that was joy, was passion, was love. That's why it works so well if you want to express yourself, that you do it out of joy, out of love. You create the most beautiful things that way. And you do it unconditionally. You do it just because you love doing it. Just like a flower gives its most brilliant color and smell just because it can. It doesn't get paid for it. It doesn't get a pension afterwards. It doesn't even get a thank you often. It still does it. So amazing. So you can take an example of this flower and just be the most beautiful creature you can be just because you can. And you do it unconditionally because you love doing it. You can open your eyes again. So that is unconditional love for me. Joy. You do it because you love doing it. And there's no mental framework around that. It's all feeling. It's all heart-based. So now, if you take that piece and you put it together with that we can co-create in a field together, and you put it together with the unconditional love, what if we were to come together in this beautiful field of unconditional love, of the highest vibration, and co-create from that level? Wow. Now that is where we're going. That is where we come from. So yes, that is where we're going. It's been a long time, but it's inherent to us. It's innate. It's an innate ability to do this. So the only thing we have to do is wake it up, this awareness. So that's why I put it in this Anchoring in Truth series, because if you recognize that this field exists and you start to attune yourself regularly to it and you start to work with it whenever you can, and if you're a musician, that's quite easy then. But also if you're an artist, if you're creating a project together, just take some time to attune to each other. Take some time to attune yourself, and then to each other, and then create together. I want to share something really amazing with you guys right now. There's a little spider that's dropping down from the ceiling, and it's hanging right here, and you can't see it. It's like right here, floating in front of me. Now the spider is like a symbol for creativity, for creating the new out of the web of life. So she's actually a beautiful symbol for what I'm talking about. So thank you, little spider, for being here and giving me a little sign that this is really important for the creating of the new times and for everyone to be aware of. So if you become more and more aware of this and you start to use it, you'll be living life in a different way. So I think it's really important that you become aware of this and that you practice this. Because in this way, we will be able to create new solutions and realize that we never were the problem and that we always were the answer. I thank you very much for your attention. I wish you a lovely day.